This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas, and we're going to take a look at the big oil ETF XLE. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see what's going on here today. It's just wet and wild and actually really good scalping here in the UCO. Okay, so on the bottom we had a 32.93, and on top we had a 33.52. So we had a really nice spread here. But what we want to watch here, so far today we have is what they call an inside day. Your high and your low is within the high and the low of the previous day. Now yesterday we had a nice green candle, and today we had just this kind of like a sideways action here, but we're holding this key 100 SMA here, which is very, very key, okay? So again, that's what we want to watch here on the downside at 80.70. If that's lost, we'll look to yesterday's low, that 80.45, and then we'll come here to your 80.22, and then 79.60, your 50-day, that's your ticket. And then right below that, we have 78.96, okay? But realistically, just watch that 100-day on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very crucial. Upside, very, very easy here. You got 81.98. This is your 21-day, and then we have your 8-day right above that at 82.07. Now, you notice that this 8-day did not cross below that 21-day, okay? So far, that's really, that's very, very good. So we got maybe just some sideways action going on here. We got to see how this all shakes out. Now, again, if we can get above that 21 SMA here, and we get above that 8 SMA here, well, then we'll just look here to today's high. You had 82.27, and then we'll come up here. We have 82.58, and then we look at yesterday's high at 83.10, and then we'll look right up here at that 83.74. Your big retest is 84.52. But let's just see what we have here with this sideways action going on here. Now, your RSI here, well, it's not really telling us a whole lot there. Your MACD, your green is below your red, so that's a sell signal. But now we have this sideways, which is very, very good. And if we can hold yesterday's low, that would be very, very positive, because right now what we have is a series of higher lows. That's always very, very good. Now, here by Friday, which is just tomorrow, we want to make sure that we hold this 21 SMA here on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key. That's at 80.68. Then you have your 50-day rate below that at 80.04, and we come in right here at 80.02 on your 8-day. So all that is looking not too bad here so far, but we just got to see how it's going to shake out. But just scalp this market. I'm not taking no shorts today here, because when you just trade this crude oil here, as long as you hold this 100-day here, this is looking good, where it could pop right up here, go sideways, or maybe even higher. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now, she's finally getting off the old schneid here, okay? Now, the EIA report came out here today at 10:30, and they were expecting a build of 28 BCF. It came in at a build of 10 BCF here. So I just think, you're getting to oversold conditions here on the old natty. I'm scalped long here to UNG, so this was so far really good here, okay? So I got a scalp going, and I got a 14.20 stop on there on UNG, so I'm going to see how that's all going to shake out. So this is actually working really good. Now, here's what we have here. Okay, you had that low of 2.01, and then what we do is we retested it, but we put in a higher low of 2.02. That's a nice double bottom situation. So now what we're looking for is this 50-day, which you're just about right there. Natty gas right now is 212. You're sitting at about pretty much close to 212. If you can ratchet it up here, then we can get to this 217 level here, that 100-day. And then once we start getting above here, that's why I like these price channels, okay? These blue lines here, okay? These are always very helpful, because what they do then, and then that is going to be all your resistance levels going there to the upside, okay? Now, all your SMAs here, the simple moving average, your 8, your 21, your 50, 100-day, your 200-day, those are your key levels here, but the top of these candles here will also be your resistant levels here. So this here, now we know exactly if we can start ratcheting up, but we need to find a bottom. But right now, we got that double bottom situation going here. But when we look here on the 4-hour chart, you're still hanging around that 8 SMA here. Let me see if I can big that up for you a little bit, okay? Yeah, see, we're still below this 8 SMA here, right just above it, but you're below that 21-day. See how this will ratchet up here? It goes up to the 8 to 21-day, then you have the possible 50. Now, it never even reached that. And then when it comes down, it just wants to keep fighting that here the whole way. So what you really need to do is get above this 21-day on a closing basis 2.14, then we can start ratcheting all the way up here, okay? But now you see how these price channels are working, okay? So once we can get above these key levels here, your simple moving averages, then we'll look right here to that 2.28. Then what we do is we just take this one here right across. Okay, what do you got? Okay, you got that 2.35. Then we'll bring this right across. Then what do we have right there? 2.38. Then we bring this one here. See, that's what you have, 2.44. See how nice those price averages work? That way you know exactly the next resistant level as you crawl right back up here. Just like we had here going on our way down, we had that stair step, but it leaves that nice pattern. So now we know where to go up. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have the daily and the weekly. Now, if you watched my video this morning, I said just watch this key level right here. This is that 2.015. Okay, so today we had a low of 2.02. So we had that higher low. So right now we have, just like we have on crude, we have an inside day. Okay, so that's very good. Now, let's just look at the downside real quickly. Okay, so you want to watch yesterday's low. That's that 2.01. Okay, that's exactly what you want to watch, because basically what it is here is, we look over here, you have the next level, I should say, will be 2 flat, and then we'll come over to the top of this candle. You have 1.97. We look to the bottom there, 1.95, and then there's your big retest there at 1.90, okay? But if you can hold this, see this bottom of this candle? That's that 2.01. That is your support level, okay? Again, if it's lost, we've just followed all the way down. But right now, so far, it is holding, and we have this nice green candle going here, okay? So this is very, very good. Now, you're going to run into a pile of resistance here, okay? So you always want to look at that weekly. See, you have that 2.19, okay? And then what we have here, basically 2.19. That's going to be very, very key on the upside. And then we can get above that. Then you have your 8-day at 2.22, okay? That's what you want to look at here right now. So today what you want to do is just trade this until we get up in that area, okay? So just watch that 2.01 on the bottom, and then watch that 2.19 here, right here on that top level, okay? That's going to be very, very key. And then we have that 8-day right above it. So if this thing can keep rallying, maybe you're going to go right into this 8-day, and that would be a good trade here off of yesterday's low kind of a situation, okay? Now, again, if we can get above all that, well, then we come right here. You're looking at 2.24, 2.26 level, okay? Then what we do is just ratchet it up. You have that 2.35. You have 2.38. But realistically, this is what you'd be looking for, is this 2. Let me see if I can get that in there for you. Yeah, we're looking for this 200-day here, then at 2.44, okay? That's what you're looking for. But again, that doesn't mean anything unless you can get above this 100-day and above that 8 simple moving average. But right now, it's a good trade because you are getting to really oversold conditions here. You can see here, okay, so when you get there, you had that sell signal, but now you're right at the bottom here, okay? Same with your RSI here. This is oversold conditions here, so a little bounce today is, is really not, unsurprising, as they say. It's not really surprising to me anyway. So anyway, upside, just watch that right there, that key level, that 2.18. If we get above, then we'll come right up here to that 2.22, okay? So this is lining up here very, very nicely. And on downside, watch that 2.01. If that's lost here, we can go here, all that. But realistically, you're going out to that 1.90. Okay, let's take a look here at the big oil ETF XLE. Okay. Oil ETF, XLE. Now, I always trade this one here because now, again, you can trade if you like, say, Exxon or Chevron or Mobil or Schlumberger or whatever. If you like all of those, that's great too. Don't get me wrong. I like this because it's just a basket of all those big oil companies. Plus, it pays over a 3% dividend. Okay, so this is always good. So I am long this, and I also trade this. Okay, so here's what we had. And I posted this here about a week ago. I usually post this all the time because it's one of my favorite trades. Okay, so we had this series of lower highs all the way down. But then what you notice here, we came all the way down here to your 87.67. It ran up right into that 50-day. That's why you want to trade the charts. Okay, don't let anybody tell you different, that they're aftermath. Bullshit. You just look right here. You can see exactly where she's going. Okay, just that simple. Then when it came down, what did it do? It retested this 200 simple moving average, and you made this nice higher low situation, and we're just right in line here going right there. Okay, so Very, very good. Now she's rallying up here and you're breaking out. Look at this 8 SMA house curling, your 21 day. Now you want to push this bad boy up here, okay? So now this is where the price channels come in handy, okay? So today's high, you had 94.37 right there. Okay, so you say, well, what's the next level? Just take this price channel and bring that bad boy right across. Your next target is going to be 95.21. That's the target. Then we'll come up right here to this right handle, okay? You're looking right there. Then you have 96.60. We'll bring this one across right there. Okay, you're looking at 96.92. Okay, and then we always look to the left of the chart, like I tell you, 98.47, and then there's your big retest there at 98.97. See how nice these price channels work? Because as you sell down, it leaves just that opposite. That way you know exactly when she rolls back up where your resistant levels are and your price target. So you say, hey, okay, I'm going to buy it down here. If it holds this, then I know I can go to this next target. If it gets higher, I can go to the next target. If it doesn't make that, I can sell my position and then I can rebuy it if it comes right on down. Okay, this is why you want to use these key price channels. They work great. Okay, so downside here, we're just moving up here, a lot of nice green. So what you want to do is you want to watch this right here. Okay, so obviously, we want to watch yesterday's high. That's always a key. So that you're looking at 93.82. And then we'll watch the top of this candle here. This is that 92.72. And then we can start coming in here at 92.05. Then we have your level here at 91.38. And we have your 8 SMA, 91.31. And then we have your 21 at 90.86. Okay. But right here, this is very nice. And plus, look at here. See, we have this nice W pattern. Okay, so if you want to learn about patterns or candlesticks, okay, just go on my playlist. Just click right on there. Okay, there's the big brown thing that says with the eye in the center. Click right on there, and the playlist will come up. It's all right there. Just you can everything about candlesticks, about chart patterns, about what to look for within the charts. Okay, but right now you had that series of lower highs. Now you broke that. Okay, so now we broke this key level here. On this candle here, okay, right here, see the situation? You broke that up and then boom, she's powering up. And now we're looking here to go up higher here and maybe even retest that 98.97. RSI here, you got still room to run. This is just starting to go, looking very, very nice. Now remember, when this RSI gets above, it can stay above it just like we had here. All that is showing is that you got good relative strength. And when your green goes over your red, that's just showing your positive momentum. When a green goes below that, it just shows negative momentum, and that's a sell signal. And the green above it, that's a buy signal. Okay. Now, weekly chart here, looking very, very good. You can obviously see here that nice retest at 98.97. Now, see here's another example how these price channels work really good. See, because you can look at, and it'll show you the 98.97, but it shows you that line. Okay, which is always good. So as this would rally up here, we'd have to see, okay, if and when it gets up here, what it does when it does get up there. Does it come right up there and then sell back down again? Or does it rally through? Okay, that's always the question. So when we look at a candle like this here, okay, then it went down and then it rallied right back up here. Now we just look to the left of the chart here. And what do you see? Okay, a lower high. That means it's sold right on off it. But then when it rallied back up here, you broke this high, which means you're going to rally up here nice. In that case, it sell down, but you notice that as you're holding your 50-day, now you're back above your 21-day, your 8-day, looking very, very good here to take this bad boy higher. Okay, that's what I got for you. And I'll be back here after the old pit close, and we'll take a look here at the old Crude and Natty Gas. And I said, just pay attention to those charts, I said, because it's your roadmap, okay? Now, another good scalper here today. I already got 4 points out of it. I got another trade going here, is NVIDIA. This thing is rocking and rolling. Came all the way down to 116.56 here. Now you're back up to 118. I didn't get to 116.56, but I'm in at 117 flat, and I got to stop at 118, so I'm going to get at least 5 points out of that bad boy today. Very good scalper. Same way with Tesla. Now remember, if you're trading Tesla, you can also trade the short TSLS. Very easy to trade it short going on here, okay? So there's a lot of good action here, okay? So even though we have all the political rhetoric going on here now, find a way on how to make money off of that, okay? That's what a good trader does, okay? Any situation, good or bad, you find a way, how do I profit from it? Okay, that's what I got for you. Thanks for listening.